welcome to episode 112. It's Catherine Bohart and Helen Bauer.
Hello.
This is TrustyHogs, the podcast where we tell you about our perfect lives. And we also have guests, wonderful comedians in to tell you all about theirs and to help you with advice on your problems. And look, I'll be honest with you. Today we recorded the guest first.
Yes.
And Helen said the word slay approximately 100 times.
I'm
and
so
if she
sorry.
says it one more time, I will my jaw hurts from how on edge I am about it.
I'm so
So
sorry.
it has to stop now. And so Andrew and I have agreed that we will take £5 away from your pay this month for every
When
time
was
you say
that
it.
agreed?
Just now. For every time you say it on
When I went
this
out for a
podcast.
cigarette.
Yeah. So careful what you do.
But just know.
You can say it in the context of Santa. That's it.
Okay. Understand that this is not a choice or something I want
Helen,
to be saying.
it has to stop. And this is the only way it's going to stop.
And I'm being very careful right now.
Good.
I've also been told by Andrew and Em recently, and also in August by some people that work in my agent's office. Hey, Charlotte, Flora, the gang, Molly, that it's out. No one says it anymore. But I'm 32 and I'm trying to join in. And it does feel... It's hard for me to suddenly I'm in the gang and then everyone's like, that's not cool. So let's just be patient and loving and just understand that if I say it,
I'm out of patience.
I don't mean to.
Okay. Well, just keep it in mind because £5.
Can I have another word to say instead?
Nope.
Like
Oh,
sick. How about sick?
No.
that's way
Just
Lit,
stop.
lit.
Ah,
Fire,
stop it.
fire. How about fire?
You already say fire and I hate
Fire.
Through the fog, step forth the trusty hogs. Yeah, you're gonna give them your problems and they will solve them, or maybe they won't, and that's your problem. They'll have guests and Andrew White on the tech. Oh, it's Helen and Catherine as the trusty hogs. Trust the trusty hogs, or maybe not.
I'm already tired. We've already just started the episode. How is that true? How? Helen, how was your week?
So much energy right now.
How was your week?
I finished my tour
Woohoo!
of this side of Christmas.
Well done,
Obviously, still some dates in the new
congratulations.
year. Norwich are rearranging. I'm so sorry I couldn't
jealous
make
that
it
you
in the
finished.
end.
I'm only starting mine in March.
Don't. I know I'm going to be finishing as you're starting.
Oh, fuck.
But I have done 2 since you did your last
And
one.
it's important to have one hog on the road at least. At all
Always
times.
one.
At all times. Speaking of,
Go on.
you might be finished your tour, Helen, and I might be yet to start mine.
Go on.
But I think we have a little announcement for the
Are
hogs.
we announcing now?
We are indeed.
Guys, we're about to become official road hogs. The Trusty Hogs are going on tour.
Yes! It's a baby
It's a
start.
baby tour. Baby's first tour. It's a little piglet tour, a little hoglet tour, a little teeny tiny sty on the road. Andrew, where are we going and when, please?
We are going to Leicester on the 10th of February.
Hello, Lester.
We are going to Dublin on the 4th of June.
How are you, Dublin?
Top of the morning.
No.
We're going to Bristol on the 10th of July.
Gertlish.
Nice. 17th of July, we are in Brighton.
Hey, guys.
It's a seagull.
We are yet to announce Manchester and Edinburgh, but they are
I'm
coming
buzzing.
soon.
I'm buzzing for it.
But they're coming. Manchester and Edinburgh are coming as well. We just need to find dates, but we're very close.
And then we are finishing the tour at the Clapham Grand
Whoa!
in London's
it's
famous
so big.
Clapham.
It's actually in Battersea.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Well, listen.
Clapham
So that's the
Junction,
baby tour, but hopefully you'll be able to come to see us in one of those. We're very excited.
Yay! I'm excited to
Yes.
road hog with you guys.
Oh, wait. Do Andrew and I have to do all the driving?
I think that was the agreement. I think that was pre-agreed. Yeah.
Christ.
I think that was.
Right.
Originally, very early days of discussing this a couple of months ago, when we were all fizzied up about it, we were like, but we can save costs if we all drive together. And I was like, yeah, no, 100%.
But you can't drive.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But I'll be there for emotional support.
Tomorrow I'm driving all the way to Lichfield and back, and I thought that was
Where's
near, and it's far
Lichfield?
away. It's beyond Birmingham.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
And because I went to book trains, and then I was like, I'm going to have to leave at 1 p.m. if I go on the train, whereas I can leave at 5 if I go in the car. But fuck, it's going to be 5 hours in one night, and I'm very tired. Hope I get there and back safely.
Honestly, finishing this tour, I suddenly had a burst of energy. I did 6 cities in total.
How is it that I just said I'll be tired and you're like, I'm so awake? Hey, this energy is very
to support you.
It's nice. It's very nice. It reminds me of like toddler energy.
Oh, thank
which
you.
I think you have a story about.
I went to a toddler's birthday party.
Go
on
on.
Sunday. I literally finished my tour and within 8 hours I was on the train going, I'm going to a toddler's birthday party. Oh my God, what am I doing? What am I doing?
Where was it?
It was in Brighton. So my friend's little boy.
Okay.
It was so sweet.
How old?
2.
What? And how many of them were there?
Oh God, probably about like 10 toddlers and then like a couple of like kids who were like older siblings.
Were they just sort of bashing into each other?
Oh, I was bashing into them.
Helen!
It was such a there was like I sort of got there and I was like, oh, it's just gonna be like weebling about, and then immediately like walked in and all the adults are talking and I'm like, I don't want to introduce myself to anyone because I've got no social battery for adults at the moment.
But you do have for kids.
And I walked in with Francis because it's like me and Francis' mutual friend.
Yeah.
And Francis sort of like went and did like the talks with the adults, and I was
they're
like,
so
"Here's
good.
your birthday gift."
To the toddler.
Like got in the ball pit. Immediately was like, "There's pop-up tents, there's tunnels," which did not fit me. I did try. Got stuck around my hips. It was okay. I went back. It was fine. And oh God, like a big Connect 4 that was made out of foam. And they had a projector playing like different songs from Disney with the videos on.
This is amazing.
And
This
I
is
was
your
just
dream
like-
scenario.
Yeah, and there was like little
What's
bowls
this
of
place
crisps.
called? How do we organise your party there? What's it called?
It was a pub. It was like at the corner of a pub.
Huh?
And there were little bowls of crisps and little
In a pub?
little fairy cakes.
What?
Yeah.
This is an amazing.
Like my friend booked like the corner of like a bar for like the daytime, right? So like it was
That's
like
amazing.
done at 4:30, and it was just like, I live here now.
so sorry
Just
for yawning.
yawn.
I'm so sorry for yawning.
You're very sleepy, aren't you?
I'm really sorry.
Did
Yeah.
you not sleep last night?
I haven't been sleeping well the last few
What's
weeks.
been going on?
Well,
Moving.
yeah, and just like a lot of like, I've had to make some big personal decisions.
You have,
It's all very
actually.
tedious and boring, but I'm just exhausted and shattered. And you know, when you're worrying about something so much that you don't really sleep, that even
Yes.
once you've done it, you're like, oh God, I'm like gonna be catching up. But Christmas is soon, and I'm fine. My point
I
is,
had
it's
the
like,
biggest edible the other day, and I
Huh?
never do that. But my friend,
what?
I was like,
sorry, what? I'm awake now. I
and
was
had
not expecting that
such a
segue.
good sleep,
What?
and like she gave it to me.
Sorry, what do you mean? Is this a situation where somebody gave you a brownie, you ate it, and then they went, shit, there's drugs in that, and you went,
No.
huh?
My friend was like talking about like edibles, and I was like, do you have loads? Like, do you have edibles? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, I'd love to try it. Like, I've smoked weed before, but like never like enjoyed it or like found like what worked for me. But like, I love the idea of like having a buzz and falling asleep. So she was like, okay, well, I'll bring something for you. So the next day I saw her, and she brought me like weed infused fudge, like chocolate fudge, but it tasted
Huh?
tastes like cannabis. And I ate.
Wait, did
and-
it taste like cannabis?
Yeah, and
That's
she
kind of a
was
shame.
like, have half of it, and you have to wait an hour and a half because it will kick in. And I was like, totally understand. So I had like,
all of it.
I was like traveling back from Newcastle.
You had all of it,
from back from Edinburgh, and I waited till I got home, and I had half of it, and I waited an hour and a half, and I was like, I literally feel nothing. And I waited another 10 minutes, and I'm like, nothing. And I messaged, and she was like, anything? And I was like, literally nothing. She's like, I don't have a bit more. And I was like, I'm just gonna have the whole thing because like I'm literally feeling nothing. I had the whole thing. Eventually, Snail comes home, and he's like, are you high? And I was like, no, like I'm literally, he's like, you seem a bit drunk. And I was like, well, maybe, but maybe I'm just like sleepy. I honestly, and she was like, get the snacks in, you're gonna eat food the best you've ever eaten it. And I was like there with my food all around me, like, here we fucking go. And nothing. But then when I went to bed, I did not turn, I just slept for like 9 hours straight, to the point where I slept on one side for 9 hours that I woke up with an earache.
yeah, I know
Like
that feeling.
when you sit and you're like, oh, ow, because it's like it's just been like blocked for like, it was insane. And I just woke up and I was like, oh my God, I'm healed.
I can't tell.
But didn't get high.
I can't tell if you got like a tranquilizer amount, it just took too long to kick in, or if it had no effect, but you were so like in the zone of going to be relaxed that you just knocked yourself out.
I don't know whether it works if like, I was still like overthinking a bit, but I was like, maybe because I've had like a full dinner. I was like, maybe I should have it on like a slightly empty stomach because like there was so much food in my belly. Like I had dinner and then I had it.
You diluted the fudge too much.
I think I might dilute the fudge. I think I should just do it first thing in the morning. But I've eaten it all now.
Yeah, I guess. Did you just burp?
Yeah.
Oh my
Did
god.
you see me try and swallow it though? Like it went up and I
I
went.
hate you. This is how you end up with sausage in your nose. This is how it happens.
You know, I walked past
I
that
wonder-
foils earlier.
I keep walking by it and being like, ugh, Jesus Christ, ugh, yuck, ugh.
But maybe
You've done that to a lot of places. For
I'll
me.
try and get more edibles.
Yeah, listen, you could. It sounds like you could just have some fudge and go to bed.
I really want to get loads of because you know I still haven't tried mushrooms. Remember ages ago, like we had Jack Barry on. Both
You
about
talked
doing
so
it.
much about mushrooms and you still haven't done them.
I didn't do them.
You talked so
I
much.
got rid of them. I thought
mushroom
they'd gone
game.
out of date. Like after a year, I just never did them. I just never got to the point where I was like comfortable in the evening and also had the day off the next day, just in case it was like a crazy hallucinogenic. But I'm really tempted to like get loads in this Christmas.
Oh my god, for family time.
Well, this is the thing. This is the first family Christmas that I will be at and my sister won't, right?
is your sister staying in Cornwall?
She has to work in Cornwall, right?
Wait, she's blowing off Christmas
Mm-hmm.
by choice.
She has to work. Like, this
I
is like
fucking
part
love
of this
this
new
for
job.
her.
So, but
Is she
I love
gutted?
her, but she takes up all the space, right? In the family. Like, it's like, she's just like the center of, and anyone with like neurodivergence in the family knows that like sometimes one person just sort of like fulfills everything. So like part of me is like, oh, is it going to be a bit quiet, maybe a bit awkward at
Yeah.
I really like, it's just it's a guessing game.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, maybe I should, this is my chance, because it's like a break
With your mom?
to just, well, my mum's done hallucinogenic before when she was little.
Yeah, but my point is like, do you... Little feels like the wrong word there. Do you mean younger?
Younger.
Okay, great. My point is like, do you want to be doing them around your family, or do you not want to do them when you have time alone?
Well, this is the thing. This Christmas, like, it's very, like, and once again, for people that do sometimes, like, I do love my family. They're great. It's just everyone struggles with their family in different ways.
Yeah, and Christmas is like a tricky time.
And this year I'm going into it very... Did we ever talk about what happened with me last Christmas?
we personally talked
Yeah, I
about
know
it.
we
I can't
did.
remember if we talked about it on the podcast.
I ended up spending it alone in case.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like a Christmas Eve meltdown and then alone. But it's very boundaried this year. Like I'm staying in a hotel. Like my family or some of my family are also staying in the hotel. But I've got my own room.
Oh,
and
do
that's
you?
already, I've already
Yes.
done that discussion. I'm like, look, I know it makes more sense to save money, that we all share rooms, but like I'm like I said, like I this is not a judgment on you. I just know that I need this.
And you paid for your own room.
Own room. Actually, my mum paid for it in the end.
That's so nice.
Yeah. I didn't ask her to. It was very sweet. But I
Fair
was like,
play,
this
Mum.
is something I need. And she was like, and then she sent me a lovely message being like, and this is something that I need to work on. Like, I'm very like scrupulous with my money and like very aware of it. But like, I'm also aware that everyone, we need our own space. And I'm like, 100%.
That's so nice.
So my brother's sharing with her.
Good
And
luck,
that's for him
Ted.
to have that
Good luck,
conversation.
Ted.
And that's for him, okay? Fucking 34 with his mummy. Poor Ted. Oh, he's a really good man. He's such a
Wait,
good man.
he's going to be chopping and tailing with your mom, and you're
He's
going to
a
be
good
doing
man.
shrooms in the next room.
And
if you're going to do mushrooms in
you
a
know
hotel.
I barricade now. You know I barricade.
I didn't know that you barricade.
I barricade, which is when I put, well, my friends call it barricading, which is when I arrive at a new hotel and I lock myself in with a suitcase in front of it so I can't easily get out. But if you want, what we could do is ensure you could message me on the evenings, because I mean, we'll talk all the way through Christmas anyway because it's Christmas.
Yeah.
But
you could plait some wire
pajamas.
into your hair and then use that to pick the lock.
what hotels have locks?
Okay.
They're all cards, aren't
All
they?
right, fine. Okay, fine. I'm just spitballing. You could put a card under your tit.
You're making me so paranoid it's going to happen again.
You could put a card between your butt cheeks. You could put a card between your toes.
Speaking of that hotel episode,
Yeah.
Andrew's shared in our like obviously since we last recorded these Spotify raps like come out and stuff, and we were sort of like talking in our group chat being like, oh my god, it's so cool, like we're in people's like top 10s and blah blah blah. And then Andrew obviously has the statistics of like what we've got on Spotify as far as like listenership, and it was like most shared episode, the Stairwells and Shame, or what is it called?
On
Stairwells,
WhatsApp.
Sleepwalking and shame.
Sleepwalking and Shame is the most shared on WhatsApp by like a significant percentage.
Because everybody's like, listen to this horrible woman's life and trust that everything's going to be
And I
okay.
swear we've done some really good, like, interesting conversations around like mental
We've had
health.
superstars. We've
And,
had
like,
superstars on.
But that's the most shared one. That's the one.
Wow.
Poor Helen.
Wow. That's tragic. But also, thanks, Helen. Thanks. I reckon thanks. Shall we do? We have our guest
I know we've got
on.
a guest, but I know you had a wax. But should we do that on the extras?
Oh my God. In the extras, I'm going to tell you about the best wax I've ever had in my fucking life. Oh my God.
Crotch.
For now, please welcome to the podcast, Gabby Bryan! Hello. Thank you so much for donating to our Patreon. If you have done, thank you. Really appreciate you. We kind of thought we should jump on and explain to you what we're doing with your money, because while we love that you're giving it freely and blindly, shall we say, we just wanted to say that it really does help make this podcast massively. So we spent it on renting this office so that we can make the podcast, which we could not do, as you know, because we were kicked out of our last place because they closed for a week. So they said, then they reopened. So were they just trying to get rid of us? Who's to say? But thank you so much for helping us be here. We also spent it on all of the equipment. We used it to buy our microphones, our cameras, our audio equipment, and our whatever tech stuff Andrew does. And
There's a mixing desk, and he's got that sound mixer too. Is that sound mixer?
It is, yeah.
we use it genuinely to buy coffees for our guests, sometimes to buy them lunch if they've come a long way. We
and me lunch sometimes.
Yes, and I think that's reasonable.
Remember when we all went for bagels?
And then also, in order to make this podcast, we have to book guests. We have to record the episode, which usually takes about 2 hours, and then Em and Andrew have to edit out all the things that we say and lots of burping. I wonder who from. And
Who?
And and then we but then we have the guest on. Then we have our usually record. We probably take about 7 hours to make 2 episodes in the office.
Yeah, around that.
And then after the record, Em and Andrew have to edit it. And Em and Andrew probably spend 2, 3, 4. How many
Takes
hours?
about 30 minutes, probably, doesn't it? If you really knuckle down.
How long does it take to edit it, Andrew?
It depends on how many things you need cut.
Yeah.
That's you.
For example.
That's you.
Actually, the worst one ever was Helen.
Yes.
Yeah,
So how
episode
long would
3
you say
with
the
Uncle Top.
average edit takes?
At least another couple of hours, yeah.
At least another couple of hours. So probably each episode probably takes between booking, recording, editing, posting, probably takes close to 7 to 10 hours. And so that's what we use your money for. And we really appreciate it, and we really appreciate you. And
And it's nice that we have a team of friends. And
It's
we all get to work
phenomenal.
together, and we all get to earn some money.
But obviously, we make some money off the podcast. Sorry, that feels like it's obvious, but thank you. And we pay Andrew and Em accordingly. And I can't stress enough, we couldn't do it without you. So thank you.
But what it means is that we can continue doing it because it's not taking, like, it's something that when other jobs come in, we go like, yeah, but we've got this job as well. Instead of it's something that doesn't take, it means that it's important to us and allows us to do things like, yes, I'm finishing my tour now, but then Catherine will go on tour, but there will always be one of us to be able to be flexible around the other one's schedule.
And also,
So
I
we're
think we
keeping it
probably,
going.
for a good few episodes, it cost us money to make. So it's such a thrill to be able to say that this is our job, and we love making it, and we're just so grateful to you. So listen, if you support us already, this is just a way of saying, here's what we're doing for your money. Thank you so much. We wanted to be transparent. And if you haven't yet joined the Patreon, then, well, why the hell not? Don't you want us to make more episodes? Longer episodes? More episodes?
I think it's the best Christmas gift one can give to themselves.
To give us money on Patreon? I agree.
Because you're giving to you, but you're also giving to us.
And by us, she means her.
And it's the season of giving.
To us.
Oh, come, all ye faithful.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, come all you patrons.
Oh, shit. Oh, come, all ye patrons.
That's lovely.
Joyful and triumphant.
Not join us and donate.
Come ye and donate to
Hogs.
us. Hogs.
Listen, we should have workshopped it before. Sure.
We don't spend our money on singing this
Love
song.
is all around me, and so the feeling grows.
And so the podcast feed grows, or so the
Thank you
podcast.
so much for your
Thank you so much
support.
for your donations. Have a great Christmas. Road hogs, road hogs, road hogs,
Oh.
road hogs, road hogs.
What's that on the M6? It's a car full of pigs. And Helen, Catherine, and Andrew. We're coming on the road. We're coming Leicester. We're coming
Manchester, Edinburgh,
Dublin,
Brighton, Leicester.
Bristol.
And that's where
Clapham Grand.
And Clapham Grand.
It's a little
See you
on the
then.
door. Bye.
Beep beep.
Do come though, please.
Welcome, Gabby. Oh wait, Andrew had his headphones on, and I
he
just
gets
gave him a
alarmed.
fright.
Sorry, Andrew.
It's all good.
The vibes in here, I will say, before we start, and we have started, are immaculate.
Oh my gosh, thank you so
Perfect
much for saying
energy.
so.
Shut your whole mouth. Do you
Oh,
mean
shut
that?
up. I will not talk for the rest of the podcast.
Just have said that. Oh my god, do not take instructions so well. She will be a bully about it. Hi, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
You're American.
I'm American.
Slay.
I'm from the United States.
But you look American. Like you, if I had to pick you in a line, if I was in an airport, I'd be like, that lady's American.
I get that a lot, and I can't tell if it's a good thing
No,
or a bad thing.
It is. Do you know what it is? You have an actually smiley face, which is very unusual for, may I say, women who are so beautiful.
Stop.
Because you
I
don't
like it in
have
here.
to be cheery, right?
Yeah,
You can just
okay.
be hot, but you're cheery and hot, and that is an American habit.
And you've got
Totally.
hot hair. You've
It's
done
fake.
the.
It's fake.
Is it?
It's fake hair.
How much
guys.
we talking?
There's a lot of fake hair in my head.
No, there's.
Look,
Clippings.
Get in there.
Oh, they're
It's all fake.
They're
It's all
good though.
fake.
They're good though.
So my
those ones are good because they're not.
thank
I'm not
you.
seeing a big black clip or any
No,
sort
it's
of.
little hidden.
Yeah, that's very good.
Well, you see, I have a twin brother, and his girlfriend is a hairdresser, so she has to put fake hair in my head for free.
oh my god, sick. So even if you didn't need it, you should get it because
Exactly.
she has to.
I'm gonna take advantage of my situation.
I
I
genuinely thought you were
can't
going to
believe
say.
you lied to me, and it's so gorgeous.
What?
Well, that's not a lie. She admitted it straight away.
I know, but I feel
I
just
said
way
it.
more comfortable with you now.
No, it's
Like-
all a lie. Listen, I have filler. Let's get into it. Like,
Oh my god, thank God somebody else is here.
I love
the
this for you.
judgment I
don't
get-
even worry.
The judgment I get when I say that I get Botox on this podcast is intense.
Yeah, you do get some judgment.
I
It's
get
rough.
a lot of judgment, and I'm like, well, you try be on television and 35.
Exactly right. Here's the thing. I'm from New Jersey. I don't know if you're familiar with the lore of New Jersey.
Yes, I've
Well,
watched all the shows.
you get it.
Yeah,
So we
they
are
go there for
slowly-
a dance competition in Dance Mums.
Yes.
Very competitive in Jersey.
We're serious.
Yeah.
So we're slowly like freezing our body parts one at a time. So I'm
Slay.
not even gonna look human in a couple years.
Oh my god, how
I
exciting!
wanna be
Are you making the
tit,
most of
you know.
looking human while you have it? Like, are you doing anything while you have the time, or are you gonna just like before you become full frozen?
Yeah, no.
No, good
no,
for you.
I'm just
good.
really running towards that goal
Excellent.
of just being like a
Running is
lizard,
quite nice
really.
so that you look like you're caught in the wind when you get there.
Yeah,
it's like,
you look like it's constantly like a photo shoot. That's my goal.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to have goals, and
This is so exciting. just an American, like from New Jersey, which
From
is a good
fucking
accent.
New Jersey.
Oh my god, there it is.
Oh my god, do you know about the New Jersey Hill people?
No.
Oh,
Wait, we have hills?
Oh, by the way, it's so funny that you were like, do you know about the lore of New Jersey? And Helen was like, do you know the following things about New Jersey? The first one you don't know.
No.
they live in swamps and they're off grid.
Excuse
Where?
me?
I don't know.
Where did you
Huh?
read this?
I heard it on a Chris Gethard podcast
Oh.
about 7 years ago, and
I
I,
know,
do
yeah.
not remember the facts.
Well, so there's this publication in New Jersey called the
Weird New
NJ.
Jersey.
Yes.
Yep.
And we all grew up reading this thing, and Chris Gethard is obsessed with it.
Yes.
So it's like all of the creepy.
Wait, I'm sorry, is it online or is it like...
It was a magazine.
It was back
If you
in
could
the
even
day.
remember what magazines were.
Whoa, whatever you're doing to your face is really working because you don't look old enough to have even known what like print media is.
I know. I have
Wow.
a TikTok face, and it costs a lot
You
of money.
really do. Wow, well, keep spending it, babe.
Yeah, yeah.
It's worth every penny.
you so
I
much.
use
Go
lip
on.
balm.
That's
So
awesome.
you know, I've also got a routine.
That's
Because they get
awesome.
all cracked, and then I roll a cigarette, then I put it on, then I take it off, and the paper gets stuck to my loose skin.
That's kind of chic, though.
Thank you.
I think that's
Yeah,
cool.
it's
Yeah, everyone
sort of
fancies
chic.
me.
Everyone's obsessed with
I'll
me.
have a cigarette with a bit of my lip on it, and it'll be bleeding, and then a guy will be like, "I'll lick you out," and
Oh
I'll be like,
my
"Leave
God.
it, leave it. I'm having a cigarette."
Oh,
Call me later.
Wait, do you guys say Moggy McCunt? I
What?
learned that. I learned that in Liverpool. It means eat your pussy. Moggy
What
McCunt.
does it?
Moggy
Moggy,
me cunt.
me cunt.
I'll be honest, we don't say that. I'm not from Liverpool. And may I say it's a little forward for my personality.
Okay.
But
Okay.
Helen would say it if she was Liverpudlian.
Yeah, are you
Okay.
hungry, lads? Like, yeah.
That's
she'll say
Have a
that.
feast? Do you want a buffet? Like 100%.
Are you hungry, lads?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Do you want a buffet? Do you need a dip? You know, like there's
Oh my
always
God.
options.
This is good because I'm doing all of the UK podcasts and I'm getting that like slutty, slaggy phrases from everyone, and I'm just collecting
Oh,
them.
those aren't slutty
Yeah.
or slaggy. That gives it a compliment. This is like a munter-minger thing.
What the hell did you just say?
So just sort of like a munter-minger, like dictionary definition.
Yes.
In Oxford English. Andrew would look it up for us. I personally think of it as like a woman, bless her, who's just
No,
like
can be a man can be a
not a
minion or a
minger.
munter.
A guy can be munted, but he can't be a munter.
Okay, I do.
You
hear what
guys
you're
sound
saying.
like trolls.
Welcome to our podcast.
I think of a minger as a woman with like she's always moist, but not where you'd expect it to be.
Okay.
Listen, they are
Like
unattractive people, but they're
boils.
also, and it's important. I think there's a relevant factor of
I'm a
disgust.
minger. I'm a
Of
minger.
like they're also there's something grim about it. It's not
Yeah.
just like, oh, you haven't been blessed with beautiful features. It's like you smell like a food that I can't place.
Well, it's like, you know how all garbage, once it gets hot, smells the same, no matter what garbage it is?
There you go.
I think that's
There
the
you
beauty
go.
of this planet Earth.
There you
Is
go.
that no matter where you are and how slutty you are, we all smell the same. Everyone hold hands.
That's so beautiful. Oh my
I'm
God.
happy to be
How
here.
have you? No one has ever alphaed this podcast before.
I've
It
never
turns out
Tommy's
you
in
have,
town.
You have head girl energy. This is very exciting.
But you're not a minger, and I want you to know that. Catherine's
she
also
knows
not a minger.
she's not.
I don't even know. I still can't grasp what it is. But
You're a
thank you.
babe.
It's like what's the American for minger or munter?
Well, Jersey Shore, we'd call it
Do you say trollop?
trollop. That feels Shakespearean.
You
You
Yeah.
went
More
old
English.
English. He was so wild. It was like, what's the American? Trollop.
In New Jersey, we'd call it a grenade.
A
grenade.
Yeah, or like a slam pig. That's brutal.
Oh, yeah, they call it bush or swamp donkey or bush pig in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, a
Yeah,
slam pig.
A slam pig.
Okay, I'm a slam pig.
Yeah.
Why do we need sexism if we're going to do it for ourselves? What are you talking about?
Because it's still sometimes a little fun.
I
Oh
used
my
to be
God,
called a
that's
swamp donkey
grim.
by Australians I worked with
A
and a bush pig.
swamp
Yeah,
donkey?
a swamp donkey.
I didn't even know donkeys frequent in the swamps.
This one does.
I guess, doesn't Shrek live in a swamp and he has a donkey friend?
So true.
So
Oh my
let's,
God, you are so
let's
God.
maybe do some research. Because that's
Okay.
yikes, if you're going to come on the pod, it just feels like, oh.
Actually, watch all the Shreks before
Yeah,
you go to the pod.
okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so
Gross,
much.
Yikes.
So weird New Jersey.
I don't even know where I left off.
Sorry, yes. Come on, you do. Come on.
We're New Jersey Magazine.
Chris
Take
Gethard.
Chris Gethard. I'm slurring.
No, but I
sorry,
didn't know
I'm hammered. Chris, yes, it was all about like the ghosts and goblins and demon lore of New Jersey. It's like the New Jersey Devil. You'd get into that. You know where all the
Was
haunted
it
houses
jokey?
were. No, it was dead serious.
Oh, gosh, okay.
And there was an article about my street that I grew up on. Yes, because I grew up in a
I
deeply
love how we
haunted
all
house.
refer to the houses, to the road that we grew up on as my street.
My street.
Because our parents owned a property on the street. Yes.
But it was mine above all.
Yes, of course.
But I lived in a haunted house, and during I know
No, you didn't.
I
Yes,
swear.
you did.
No
Catherine, you
offense,
weren't there.
I was there, Catherine. I remember.
Okay, my
What
bad.
sort of ghost?
Just
So we had
every
like a
time.
stream in the backyard, and it was the hospital grounds of the Battle of Monmouth. Don't know which war that is. Will not look it
Civil.
up.
Civil. And there was nothing civil about it.
Andrew, please look it up.
It was civil.
Battle of Monmouth, please, Andrew.
Andrew?
He's had
Andrew?
7 things to Google already.
Yeah, let me just close the tab about the dictionary definition of munter.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
of course.
It was revolution.
I was going to say the
Oh.
revolutionary, actually. That was my
Were
second
you?
choice.
Because
That was my second choice.
You were going to say the
They
Revolutionary
came one
War?
after the other. They came one after the other.
Quick. We like battles. We like war.
I
You guys do, to be fair.
love
Yeah.
war.
But that same. Shout out to all
Slay.
war.
No,
but-
Historical, not present.
What is wrong with the
Not
pair
present
of
right
you?
now.
Oh my god.
Historical.
Shout outs to war.
No,
Christ.
don't fight. Seriously, stop.
You just shouted out to war. You don't like fighting? You're like big scale or nothing.
I
Go
like
on.
men wearing
Yeah.
matching outfits.
I like the looks as
You
well.
guys should watch sports instead. Let me say that to you.
Oh, speaking of sports, putting a pin in 7 things we've been talking about, and just quickly a brand new topic.
What's your favorite sport?
I don't have one, but I do want to have sex with a footballer. Can you guys make that happen for
me? Do you mean an English footballer or an American footballer?
English, we don't have
Easy.
those.
Could we make that happen for you?
I can take
Could
you this
we
Sunday.
make that
Yeah.
happen for you?
Yeah, no
no
stress.
one has
Okay.
ever been more divorced from. Wait a second. Do you mean a male footballer?
Well, I don't care.
And you're easy with the Premiership. Like
I'm bi.
in the Premiership.
Okay.
Aldershot Town
Yay,
FC.
she's queer.
Aldershot Town
Woo.
FC. Oh, I'm going to a sports match tomorrow night. You can come with me.
What kind
But I
of
have
It's
a
rugby.
show. It's rugby.
Yeah, my
She's
friend
in.
France
She's
is
cancelling
playing.
the show.
I'm canceling the show. Is it men or women?
Mainly, it's just theys, she's, theys, gays.
Oh my god,
the
I
whole
didn't know
thing.
theys played rugby. That's so inclusive.
they love rugby.
They
Okay.
do in Broccoli.
Let me say.
Well, rugby is just gay sex with shirts on.
Agreed.
So I understand how it could be.
If you want, you
Gay.
can come and sleep
Agreed.
with one of them.
Well, they better be hot. This is all I care about. I
Oh,
don't care
God.
about gender. You have to be hot.
That's kind of nice. That's like take progressive and make it shallow.
Yeah,
I love it.
Exactly.
I love it.
It's like progressive, but make it Republican
Yes.
somehow. That's sort of my vibe. It's Joe Rogan sicko mode.
Oh my God.
I didn't get the last part of that. Joe
Wow.
Rogan Tacoma.
Sicko mode.
What's
You guys have
sicko
sicko mode?
Oh, right.
Sicko
Sicko, like
mode.
that.
It's just extreme.
Yeah.
Oh, sick. I've watched Fear Factor, so I get the
That's
reference.
sicko mode. That is literally Joe Rogan sicko mode.
Good show. It's
Yeah.
a good
really
show,
is.
actually.
Well, wait.
Wow, I haven't
we were
taken one
putting-
breath. I'm like,
Oh, and you can and you won't and you mustn't because
great.
actually then people will leave.
Okay.
But no, it's important to say that we don't know any professional footballers. That's so weird.
Old
but,
Shot Town FC, they'd be gagging for it.
but I know a lot of lesbian footballers and they're very hot. And we can definitely introduce you to that.
Okay.
And we, and I must say this, need to go back to your haunted house. And I can't believe I'm the one advocating for that because I don't believe you lived in one. But
Totally.
it feels important that we finish a conversation.
One single story.
Do you know what I mean?
Totally. And I've been on here for 3 minutes, to be clear, and we're 8 stories in.
Catherine's afraid of spirit.
Do you not believe in ghosts?
She's afraid of spirit.
Or you're afraid of spirit?
She's afraid of believing.
Neither. I guess I just don't think that if there are ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts. There, I said it.
There, finally.
I don't
Spit
think-
it out.
I don't believe in ghosts.
Okay, here's the thing. I personally have never seen a ghost, so I could just
neither.
be, it's all tales.
Yeah.
It's all tales.
And vibes.
And vibes, of course. Thank you for bringing up vibes
Thank
on
you.
this girl podcast. So it was the Battle of Monmouth, the hospital grounds in our backyard. So
Revolutionary
our
War.
Revolutionary War. That's when we left you guys.
Isn't it called the Revolution? Okay, fine.
I don't
It's called
think so.
Revolutionary War.
Thes come and go, it feels like.
You're right. You're so right. My apologies.
Yeah.
I'm the problem. Go
How
on.
dare you gender
me.
the Revolutionary War? Okay.
Thank you for being here, Gabby. I'm actually really appreciating everything you're saying.
Yes. Okay. So deeply haunted area, and there was a story in Weird NJ that there was a woman in all white, as ghosts do. It's like they never wear color. If you're gonna be modern, wear color. But
A
it's
new
always a
woman wore a
white
corset.
virginal gown. It's like grow up, and she just haunts our road and walks back and forth. And people will, it's just a main road, and people will stop to like ask if she needs a ride home, and then she'll disappear.
See, first of all, I do not believe anyone in New Jersey is seeing a virgin creepily walk up and down the streets and is offering her a lift home.
Well, no one in New Jersey is seeing a virgin.
Well, so again, I say I'm not really finding this plausible.
No, now honestly, now that I'm retelling the story, I'm like, this is garbage.
yeah.
No,
come
stay
on.
with it.
Wow.
Don't
Come
lose it.
on.
No, I mean it, and the virgin was me.
No.
So that people
Yes.
would like wind down their windows and be like, "Oh, are you okay, madam? Do you want a lift?"
Yeah.
And then she'd be like, "Oh," and
And disappear.
slay.
Yeah.
That's
Which
what
is
I would
pretty
do.
like a hot girl thing to do. Just
Yeah.
like be whining down a road.
I'm
and then
so
disappear.
lost and
Manic
scared.
pixie
Oh,
dream
I'm
ghost.
scared.
Where do
Very
I
manic
even live?
pixie dream ghost.
Manic,
Yeah.
Manic Pixie Dream Ghost episode title.
Love it.
Also,
Love
how
it.
is she linked to the war?
I have no idea. Maybe she was just a nurse or something.
Oh, wow, so I really thought that would be relevant to the story, but you were like, I don't know, nurse?
Yeah, no, I didn't draw
What
the.
did
Listen,
women in the war do? Nurse?
I think they were only allowed to nurse.
That sounds true.
Yeah. Unless they pulled like a Mulan situation and they cut off their hair and put a helmet on.
And sang the song.
A helmet.
Hey, boys.
Classic
I guess
act
I'm
out.
one of you now.
I'm just a soldier named John.
I honestly love that character. And I think it's the kind of queer I'm attracted to. The soldier called John.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Could you
Bring
imagine
him
if
to
they
the
did
studio.
a British version or an American version of Mulan? Hey, I'm Jack. We're getting our dicks
What
wet.
up, boys?
He's a lad.
Wet.
Gabby, you're
Yeah.
here for gigs, shows.
I'm here for shows.
What are you doing?
I'm doing 21 Soho this Friday. I don't know when this episode comes out. It might be after the fact.
Next week.
Well,
so
it's-
you'll have just
it's
you'll have
come
done
and gone.
it. Okay.
I'm
We hope
doing.
you enjoyed.
Yeah, I hope you guys had the best time at my show.
Yeah.
That you didn't know
Of your
about
lives.
until a week later. I'm doing a show called Slags versus Sluts. And it
What is
is,
the distinction?
well, you guys are slags in the UK. You two specifically.
I'm actually
I'm
very
Irish.
frigid.
I'm actually
we said the
very
same thing.
Catholic.
We said the same thing.
Yeah.
You said frigid, I said Irish.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay.
UK slag. and then US is slut.
And
Same thing.
Okay, great. Is it Americans versus? Do you have to fight? How does it
They're
work?
gonna fight to the death.
Nice. I really like. I'd
Live
watch
at
that.
Wait,
21
like
Soho.
physically?
No, it's just
Oh.
a competition of who could possibly be sluttier, and there's like segments, and then people are doing sets, and it's a wild variety show.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Second question: have you and Olga Koch ever been seen in the same room at the same time?
No, I went to see her show at Fringe, but we don't know each other.
Mm-hmm. I believe that you're split from the same. Yeah, I'm like, who is
Could
your?
you imagine?
Hello.
That she doesn't.
I don't know where she's from. I don't know where she's from.
She's from Russia.
She's from Russia. It was totally off. Hello. How do you do Russian?
And my third question, because yes, I am finishing some conversations from earlier that I still want answers on.
Pins. There's pins. There's some.
Catherine.
I'm sorry, but you have to understand. I'm borderline okay with it because it's a man. But
Okay.
adult twins, may I say, freak me out.
I'm a twin.
I know, and especially if they're identical, that's a no for me. I don't believe in ghosts, but they give me the fucking spooks.
I get that.
And I think if you're hanging out with your adult twin and then grow up.
Totally.
But
Getting free haircuts from twins' partner.
not haircuts, hair add-ons.
Hair
It's the
add-ons.
opposite of a haircut.
Apologies.
Oh, she did everything.
Did she do
Don't
it
even
all?
worry. Yeah. I was
That
in
made
there
it
for
sound like you had
hours
full
for free.
sex with your twins girlfriend.
I blew my brother's girlfriend. I moggied her cunt. Can you say it like that?
No,
Whatever.
we don't know. We've never heard this
don't
phrase
know.
before.
I will say I did that podcast in Liverpool and I couldn't understand a word anyone was saying. Like Liverpoolian accents.
It's strong.
Liverpoolian.
Scouse.
I don't. Scouse
Yeah.
accents
Or
are so hard.
Liverpudlian.
Liverpudlian. Like pick one.
Yeah. Well, poodle puddle. Yeah, that's fair. That's actually fair.
They were
I
like
do
a scouse. I'm like, what's scouse? That's not even
Yeah.
close to the
But
word
it's-
Liverpool.
They do have very strong accents, but like I think New Jersey has some of the maddest accents
It's
in
true.
the world.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
Snooky's not a name. You know what I mean?
Snooky is
No.
a name for
No.
us.
it is her name. It is her name.
No, but it's not. Well, actually, it's not.
Well, her name's
And-
Nicole.
Yeah, come on.
What?
Come
Yeah.
on, you know this.
Oh, that's actually pissed me off.
No, I get that.
It's Snooky.
No,
I
it's
wish
Nicole
her-
and Jennifer. Come on.
JWoww and Snooky.
I know Jay Wow.
I know JWoww.
Who's Jennifer? Those
know.
fucking-
Indeed.
But like I like is Long Island really close to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know Teresa Caputo from the Long Island Medium.
I don't know her, but we are trying to get her on our podcast, and
Who
she
is
will
this?
not answer.
Who is this?
Teresa.
You don't know Teresa
Caputo.
Caputo?
No, what are you both screaming, Teresa?
Oh my God,
Teresa.
Teresa. Hello.
That's
She's
right.
amazing.
That's exactly right.
So she just wanders around her life in
Right.
Long Island, nails the hair, like she's all
That's
ready
not
to
right.
go.
The
Goes
hair.
back the hair. The hair? Oh
The
my
hair.
God, I love your hair.
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 So far away in so many different directions.
One more time. Oh my God, I love your hair.
No, I see. I'm hearing your accents too
See,
much.
now I'm
hair.
hearing your
Your
hair.
fucking hair.
Your fucking hair.
Better.
Hair.
Hair.
Your fucking hair.
That was
She's got
close.
her hair and her nails and
Yeah.
her husband and her kids, and she lives with Spirit. So like,
my God.
She's a Long Island medium.
Yeah. So everywhere she goes, Spirit comes and talks to her, and then she's got to stop cooking, be like, "Hey, okay, right, who's got a granddad?" I can't do the accent.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm going to do the accent, but it is going to come out
It's gonna
English now
change.
because I've been doing English so much. She's like, talks like this, and she's like, listen, I'm getting a vibe from the audience that maybe your uncle died, and he wants to tell you something, and he's like,
And then
don't swim
someone-
in the swimming pool because I didn't clean it before I died.
yeah. And then everyone
That
cries.
will be her whole vision, and everyone's like, oh my God.
She's doing pool admin.
She has a reality
yeah.
TV show, The Long Island
I'm
Medium.
obsessed.
It's the best
with
show on
her.
TV.
It's incredible. But there's also like moments
What
that are
channel
so
is this?
TLC, the Learning Channel.
Of
And we
course.
need to remember that it is originally an education channel
Yeah.
before everyone starts slagging it off, because I'm done with that. Okay.
Slagging it off.
Slagging it off.
Slagging it off.
Oh my God, it all comes back.
Not what you think it is, though. Not what you think it is.
You guys are so confusing, and you speak in riddles, and I'm happy to be here.
I don't know why I keep feeling
Do
need
you
to,
like riddles?
Sure.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you've opened a can of worms.
Oh,
Are you
no.
happy? Are you happy, Gabby? Are you
I
happy?
don't know what's
Look what
going
you've
on.
done now. Look what you've done. Well,
I have forests but no trees. I have oceans but no fishes. What am I?
Do it again.
I forgot it. I have forests but no trees. I have oceans but no fishes. What am I?
Shopping mall.
A map. You're an idiot.
Why did you say that's so hard?
Shopping mall.
Show your workings.
Shopping mall.
Gabby, show your workings. Show your work. Where's the forest?
I just said that.
You
I
panicked,
didn't
you
even. I
panicked.
panicked and I
Okay.
said, and I let my ass take over. That came out of my ass through, and I said shopping mall.
Okay, well, listen.
I travel the world, yet I have no passport. What am I?
My ex-boyfriend.
Tell her she's wrong. Tell her she's wrong.
I can't. I was going to say stamp, but each to their own. Yeah.
Listen.
That's nice. Is this
Slay.
the man, the Englishman?
Yes, I've dated a handful of Englishmen though. It's sort of my kink.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
that
I
is
know.
a very weird kink.
It's really random.
You like them repressed.
I like them
Condoms
just
left
like.
in you and farting halfway through sex.
Well, of course, but every guy does that.
Oh my god.
English guys, I just love how miserable they are, and I'm like, it's so like pathetic, and I just love it. They're so vulnerable.
They've all got like mental health
Vulnerable?
problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, my life is like so horrible. And I'm like, why?
Oh my god.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
And that's appealing to you?
And that's my drama.
Oh my gosh.
That
Fascinating.
was awful.
Wow, that is fascinating.
Yeah, but their lives aren't horrible. Like,
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, yeah, but their lives are awful.
horrible. No, Englishmen just are like, boo-hoo, my life sucks. And it's like, you're
Wow,
fine.
you're fine.
They do feel victimized,
Yeah.
I think, a lot more than men from other countries in general.
Gosh, that's amazing. Have you watched the new Squid Games?
Yes.
No.
Oh my god, it's phenomenal.
I think
But one
Gabby's
of
out
my-
partying at the weekends, Catherine.
Oh right.
I have a
you
feeling
can watch it during
that
the week.
we're
You
at
can watch it
home.
during the day.
Yeah, but
you
we're
can watch it in the
watching it on
morning.
Saturday
I'm
night,
fine.
baby girl.
I like how you think I'm a party girl.
Do you not?
I work every night. I'm a comedian. I work every goddamn night.
That's
Yeah,
true.
fair
That's
enough,
true.
fair
Do you
enough.
go out for drinks afterwards?
Never.
How do you
literally-
think she's keeping this figure and complexion by going out afterwards? Are you crazy? Come on.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's
No,
a
you do
well-rested
shows all
woman.
night, and then you go put on your face mask and you go to sleep.
Yeah.
I do that.
Yeah.
You and me.
Look at us.
You know I remind like us two hanging out of. You're like Kate Blanchett, the Lady of the Woods from Lord of the Rings, and I'm Arwen,
Oh
Liv
my god, you
Tyler.
have to let this go. You
Oh
have
my
to let
god.
That's what we look
How
like.
many people have you said that to?
So many. She said it on this podcast too many times.
I'd
Gabby.
say-
so many times.
2 weeks ago I said I look like Arwen, and then today was
And
the first
everyone
time
was silent.
I thought I'd like make that a thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good lord. May I say that my point was Squid Games. The British men are like, let's just play fair. And an American man in his interview said the words, I'm a competitor because Jesus was a competitor.
I love
And
that.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what endgame capitalist reading of the Bible are you doing, sir?
Who was Jesus competing against,
Honest
by
to
the
God,
way?
he had to sacrifice
Judas.
himself for the sins of humanity. What do you mean he lost? If that's what you mean, like,
He gave up immediately,
yeah.
by the
What
way.
are you talking about? He was a competitor. It was so weird. He was like, "Let me take care of the weak and the sick." Who's like, it was wild. Here's the Son of
I'm
God.
a competitor because Jesus is a competitor.
Yeah, because Jesus was a competitor.
Americans love to take whatever Jesus was and make him whatever we want him to be.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It was really fascinating. But my point is, I guess you're not going to get that same pathetic quality from men who are like, Jesus was a competitor.
No, Americans are so, especially American athletes, they're just perfectly dumb. Like Travis Kelce, for example.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
Taylor
Yeah,
Swift's
yeah,
boyfriend.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever looked into anything he's ever said. Oh, that sweet, sweet baby boy.
Is he dumb?
He could barely read.
Oh, bless him.
I know. My friend,
But
yeah.
he doesn't have to read. He's so good at football.
It's really sweet. My friend Rosebud is a writer for SNL, and
You
she
have a
always
friend
talks.
called Rosebud?
Yes.
Obviously, she's got a friend called Rosebud.
Rosebud
got a friend
Baker,
called Helga.
hilarious. I've got a friend called Helga.
Surprise! I've got a Helga and
hilarious
5
comedian.
birthdays at home.
Okay, Rosebud means
Rosebud
a different thing
Baker.
to me, and that's fine.
She's
Rosebud
a-
Baker's awesome.
She's an amazing comedian.
Oh my god, yes, she is. She's awesome.
She writes for SNL, and she has a story about how she was walking by Travis Kelce's dressing room, and he was practicing how to read.
Oh, Travis.
so cute.
Travis. Reading is hard.
I
and not
know,
everyone
for
can do
him.
it.
Yeah.
Too pure for my heart.
I
I
know.
actually think it would be so showy offy if NFL players, who are like the greatest athletes of all time, could also read.
Well,
Yeah,
when I
it's
was going on
ridiculous to
SNL where
think.
you've got to read cue cards. I'd read them before going on.
Yeah.
I'd practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't everyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I dumb?
Wait a
Oh
minute.
my god, am I thick?
Oh, I love the phrase
No.
thick.
Do you?
Yeah, because that means like bodacious in America,
Yeah.
but you guys it
Bodacious.
means
You
It means
jumping
like
here.
curvy, right?
Yeah.
It means like
Like
yeah,
I'm thick.
Like a thick.
here it's like Am I thick?
Yeah.
Oh my
My
god,
thick
I
as shit.
love bodacious as a swap out for thick.
Yeah.
Bodacious.
Bodacious.
Yes and yes, Helen. So the question
I'm
is
both,
this.
actually.
Shout
You,
out.
you're both versions.
I'm thick.
You're thick. Gabby Bryan.
Yeah.
What kind of advice giver are you?
I give horrible advice.
Really?
No, actually, I take that back. Okay, actually, cut that out. Just kidding, don't. I think I should have been a therapist, and I actually give really good advice that off stage. On stage, I often give people advice that is just so wrong.
Yeah. I think I'm talking more like interpersonally.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think you should have been a therapist?
I think I would have been a really good therapist.
I
If I
think your
went
face would have
into
been
a room,
wasted on
I would have
therapy.
fucking lost my... If I go
No.
into a room and want to talk about
I'd be
compulsive
so
overeating
mad.
and you're sitting there,
Yeah, you'd
I
be
would
mad.
fucking lose it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd rip every eyelash out of your fucking face.
I will say,
And I wouldn't pay for the session.
Oh my God.
Genuinely, I was in hospital, as you know, with mental
Yeah.
illness about over a decade ago, and
Okay.
there was a therapist, a psychologist who
Okay.
you did one-on-one therapy with, and it was about eating and also
Yeah.
about perfectionism. And I walked into this woman's office. It was honestly like immaculate. The symmetry in the space was phenomenal. She was wearing a pencil skirt and heels.
Well, that's
She was
offensive.
so thin. She sat down and she was like, "So, why is it you think you focus so much on order and perfection?" And I was like, "I'm gonna need an out. I need a button. I need to press a button."
Is this a WeWork?
I
Like,
need-
what are you talking about?
Honestly, I was like,
You
"Have
just
you
shit
had?"
yourself and protest.
I was like, "Have you had a snack in the last 8 years? Because if you haven't, you can't talk to me about food issues. Like, this is wild."
She's like, I only eat hummus.
Honestly, she was like, "Food is the thing I talk about at work. It's not a thing I do." Like,
Yeah.
she was like,
I drink water. I'm an adult.
I was like,
a
"What are
woman."
you talking about?" So, with the greatest of respect, we'd all be livid if you were a therapist,
Okay,
and
okay.
your face would have been wasted in a therapy room. Put it on TV, baby.
Well, thank you. I'll take all of this as
Come
a compliment.
But you think you're so good that you could be a therapist?
I think I give good, but and yet harsh advice.
That's my favourite,
Okay.
though.
Do
you know
I
what I
do
mean?
think the older I get, the more I appreciate when someone goes, "Look, listen, that's not like
That's
It's
ridiculous."
so helpful, and it's like in the moment it can be a little bit like what, but it's like no, thank you for that.
Especially about girls' boyfriends too.
Relationships.
I'm like, he's an asshole, break up. Like I'm very unempathetic in that way.
That's so funny.
I
Unempathetic.
could really do with you talking to one of my friends, actually.
Okay, just send them my number.
I will.
Think the harsh thought, and then I say exactly what it is I think the person wants me to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I do.
Yes.
I'm like, "Oh wow, that's a horrible idea." Well, listen, there's
You should get married.
if that's what you want to do, you have to honor yourself.
In general, I do that, but then a couple of times I think I've been very honest.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
after the fact, I'll be honest, which is even more annoying as a friend to be like,
Yeah.
I think this is correct. But I think, but on this, I find it easier because they themselves are not staring at me.
Right. Well, yeah.
So we have listener problems.
Oh, great.
Have at it. Let's
What
hear it,
makeup
Andrew.
do you wear?
This is a Summer Fridays lip butter.
Can I put someone on
Yeah,
the
of course.
Thank you.
Did you say and look like you? Are you Gabby's little sister now? Can I put some on and look like you?
Can I put some on and look like
Can
you?
I wear your
Okay.
skin and look like you?
Totally.
That
I'll take
was
my hair
wild.
off. I'll put it on your hair.
Don't say it to her. She'll be so happy.
No, it doesn't come out.
Twins.
Okay.
On camera,
No,
your hair
stop
is a very
trying
similar
to
colour.
look like her. It's so embarrassing. She already has a twin.
That makes me look dumb. Do I laugh like that?
Oh my god, my IQ is dropping.
Wait.
Fuck. I'm going brunette. I'm done. I'm
I'm
going brunette.
Dye my hair.
We're going brunette.
Oh, slay! Oh my god.
What?
I've got like 2 Rory Gilmores.
Wait, that's
I
a
have
perfect.
never felt like more of a Paris. Roll the advice,
Okay.
please.
Okay. Well, first of all, just going through the inbox, apologies to so many people who've not replied to, but thank you for all your emails. I have 2 options for you. I was going to let you pick. Either getting through an emotional low point or a big life decision.
Big
What-
life decision.
Yeah,
Fabulous.
great choice.
Okay, so this is from...
Emotional low point, we just all like to say Domino's Pizza. Next.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bread bowl.
Oh, I
bread
think
bowl.
we just cleared about 30 emails from the inbox. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Slay.
This is from E.
Hi, E.
E.
He says, I'm an 18-year-old trans man and I'm hoping to start testosterone soon.
Slay.
I was listening to your episode with Sarah Pascoe. This was a few episodes ago.
Oh my gosh, E, sorry we're taking you so long to get back to you. That was basically last Christmas. Wow.
It was exactly last Christmas.
Yeah, wow,
So
sorry. But here we are. And you're a 19-year-old trans man, and we don't know whether or not you've done your testosterone, but we hope you did what you wanted.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday, E. I
No,
hope
we
you
no,
had
no,
a
no.
nice
It
day.
wasn't his birthday. It's listen, go on.
Yes.
But I am currently deciding whether or not to freeze my eggs because I do want children when I'm older, but testosterone essentially makes you go through the menopause. To freeze my eggs, I'll have to take female hormones for a while and then get surgery, which I may have to pay for myself, and I don't know if I'm prepared to do that. I've also been on a waiting list for 4 years, and I don't want to have to wait any longer for testosterone. I've always wanted biological kids, but now I just don't know. Can you help with a bit of, with this dilemma? I know it's a bit heavy, but you guys always make me laugh, and at the very least, I'm sure you'll make me feel better.
Oh my God, what a sweet pumpkin pie. I feel insane answering this as like a cis woman, but
It is. It's insane for us to wait in. And also, let's be honest, we're a year late, so he's probably made his decision.
you made your decision.
But we could certainly retrospectively have opinions on something that's got
Maybe
really
someone
we've no
else,
right
E,
to.
is like thinking the same
Yeah.
things and like trying to figure out what they want to do with eggs, and then we can be helpful.
I can
Yeah.
speak towards freezing eggs.
Okay, great.
Because I think as you get older, you care less about like the organization of your life plan, where you're like, I used to want to have kids at like married at 32, married
I
at
remember
33,
hearing
whatever.
these plans all the time.
plans.
Married at 28, childless for 2 years, baby
Yep.
at 30, second baby at 30. Yeah, it was.
And then you hit 30 and you're like, I just don't want to die. That's all I care about, and let the wind take me, you know? So I think you may want biological kids now, and then when you get into your 30s, you could adopt. Like, there are other options. You may not even want kids by the time you're 30. So if it's going to ruin your life now and ruin your, especially being on a wait list, oh, fuck that. Like, just, you'll find a way. You'll always find a way.
Yeah, I think that's interesting because I would say you have no idea what you'll feel like, so freeze the eggs because
Yeah.
then you have the.
I would 100% go that way as well. Like, I would like options, but I think it's a financial decision in so many ways.
so much
also
money
the
to freeze your
gender
eggs.
dysphoria that may well be engendered by getting
The
more
hormone- yeah.
hormones is a very intense process to go through.
Yeah.
And actually, I think that it's legit to go ahead. And I do actually agree with you, Gabby, a lot, which is to say that like I'm 35, didn't freeze my eggs, maybe should have, but couldn't afford to at the time that I probably should have. Probably won't have biological children.
don't know
whether
still, yeah.
I might, but it's very improbable. Well, it won't be the biological child of me and the person that I'm having children with, which I think actually in a way being queer sort of frees you from the like need for them to be
Yours.
like, yours and the other person, like the one half of each of us, because you're like, well, that's not possible. So then if it's not possible, you realize it doesn't matter as much, and then you're like, well, I'd like a healthy kid or a happy kid, or I'd like a kid that I can facilitate and care for.
Yeah.
But I think beyond that, I wouldn't say you have too many demands. My point being, if you are happy, if you are yourself, you'll probably be a better parent to whatever child you have.
Yeah.
Should you want them when you are adult enough to have them, which isn't to say that you couldn't do now, but come on, you're 19, have a great life, E. Go live your gorgeous
Did you say
young
life,
life.
E?
Have a
Have a
great
gorgeous
life.
E.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Comma E.
Lifey.
Have a great life,
Have a great
E.
life, E.
No, but what do you think, Helen?
I think it's very complicated.
It is.
Totally.
You don't get to opt out when it's very complicated.
I'm just like, okay.
You're talking to
I
three
think
cis women in their 30s.
You're a young
Question
man.
mark 30s?
I'm 29. I'm almost 30.
Oh my god, that is amazing.
Me too.
I would
Really?
say
No, I'm 32. But I'm just sick.
you could say 24 and I'd be like, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Botox. I just got it redone.
I
Do you
feel
think
better about my
I
choices.
should get Botox?
I'm addicted to Botox.
Yeah. Is it really fun?
That's not really a good sell.
I don't get a lot. I don't
I'm
get a lot.
addicted to it.
I'm addicted to it.
I'm addicted.
I don't
I'm
make any
addicted
choices
to
about
bread.
it.
Oh my, I love bread too.
Yeah.
Wait, there's something about Botox where you don't think you need it, and then you're like, oh, let me just try it, and then you look at your face, you're like, I look 3,000 times better.
Gabby, I genuinely went in there the first time being like, they're going to be like, it's against the Hippocratic Oath. You're too young. We couldn't possibly, you look amazing.
Yeah. We wouldn't dare touch perfection.
Yeah, what a good business
You
model for
could
that.
not possibly, genuinely, they were like, hurry, quick, get in here, come on.
You are 10 years
You're
too
so
late.
Yeah.
Okay,
But back to
E.
E.
I personally, I am aware of how much it costs to freeze eggs from a couple of friends who have done it. It is, and it's an ongoing cost. Like it, I mean, you have to pay for the storage of them.
It's rent. It's another rent.
It's humongous.
And then you have to do
costs
IVF then.
for
Which
a possibility and not a guarantee. And it's not. And I think when people say things like, "Oh, getting eggs," like you're clearly aware of like the hormone treatments, but like you have to put your body into the state to produce the eggs. People can extract them. It is still like an invasive operation. Like it's a really big thing for a maybe. And the idea that having kids means it's biological, I know is like shifting away, but like it's such a big thing to, I don't know. I think, yeah, I'm deciding for myself at the moment whether I want to do it. So I'm really bad at this because I'm like, it's such a massive thing. I do want to have a family, but I've never felt the need for it to be biological, but I also would hate to get rid of an option because I didn't try, but also
Sure.
financially the trying for a possibility is so huge. It's mad. Like if it was a free service, then 100%, I'd be like, everyone just like, keep your options open if you want to do
Yeah,
it.
fill your freezer.
Yeah, let's fucking do it. But like,
At least a top drawer. I would
Yeah.
give it a whole top drawer.
Well, you got your
I think if
freezers
you're in the
are really
financial
small.
position, then 100% do it. If you've got money, then I'd say just like do it and give yourself as many options in life as possible because options just make everything easier and more freeing. If you don't, just remember that like that you're not saying that you're never going to have a child biologically. Actually, no, for E they are though, because this is the change. This is the putting their body into menopause.
Yeah. Did you just figure that out?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, he'd be ruling it
Yeah.
out.
it's now or never.
Yeah. Well, it was last year.
Yeah.
Thank Ellen. Look, E, well, I guess what we're saying is we're all on the
Get a
cusp-
cat. Get a dog.
No, I think what we're saying is like,
Wait.
Get a go. Get a go.
you and I, at least, Helen, are on the cusp of making this decision or having this. Like, I think I've made the decision, which is that I can't afford to, and that I'll figure out a different way to have a family.
Whereas I'm going to share my sell of this studio.
You're gonna what?
Sell my share of this studio.
Well, you know we don't
Get
own the studio.
Botox, and then we're going to get our eggs taken out together too.
Okay.
Maybe they can do it at the same time.
Let's go together.
Yeah.
And while we're under, let's get big tits. I think we should do that together. These are my dream tits. Do you understand?
Are they really?
Yes. What
Here
comes?
we go.
I have no tits. If you could give me one tit and then I could.
Spread in between them.
Yeah. I want
You'd
massive.
fall
know.
over with these.
Yeah.
You want to have like slow mo
I
vibes all the
want
time.
to turn a corner and be like, you know?
You want to follow your boobs around the
Yeah.
corner.
I want
That'd
people to
be
look at me and
wicked.
be like, that's not even structurally sound.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my dream.
Really?
I'd rather. Here's my advice to you, E. Save your money on eggs. Get tits. Well, you don't want tits.
No.
Get
Save your money on eggs. Get.
whatever procedure you want.
Guys,
get the abs.
Get
That's
the
what I said. Abs.
Because we're twins.
Yes, get the implanted abs. That's guy tits.
I love how we went from being like, wow, a bit nervous about answering this as cis women to, how about you, a young trans man, just save your money and get
Get
tits
tits.
or abs, whatever you want. I would say that was a fail. Next piece of advice.
It's such a hard question though.
Would be
It is hard.
therapist Gabby Bryan.
I'm a therapist. Get tits.
We have time for one more problem. Do you have time for
Well,
one
but
more?
all I
Yeah,
will
yeah,
say,
yeah. I'm
all
in
I
no
will
rush.
say to E is once you've made your decision, be resolute in it. Like you've made your choice and you go and you celebrate the next choices and options that you have in life because
Yeah.
it's not a closed door completely to like as far as creating a family. But like once you're resolute in it, like and then
Hell yeah.
go for the next part.
Live,
like, be like,
live.
right, I'm not freezing my eggs, but look at all these amazing ways that I could create a family still in my life.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
And like celebrate those instead of commiserating.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way you'd be able to like keep going with it.
Totally.
Hard agree. Love that. Hey, Gabby.
Shout out to
Yeah.
squirrels.
Wait, I
guess.
want to say one more thing.
Yeah.
My mantra these days is
Yeah.
protect my peace. protect your peace.
That was so American, actually.
It was.
My body actually cringed.
We
Yeah.
both
Like,
stopped
yeah.
because we didn't have.
I
anything
couldn't
good
look at
to
you.
say.
I actually couldn't
Just
look
let
at
it
We
you.
hit.
couldn't say anything good, so we chose silence.
You both were like, just
No,
listen.
sorry. One more time. We'll be better this
You
time.
got it.
So your mantra.
My mantra, let it hit. Everyone, untighten your assholes. My
For
mantra
the white
is,
girl to give us her mantra.
is my mantra that I learned from goop.com. Protect your peace. If everything is making you miserable, cut out things that are making you miserable. And then you could start building back in the things that you could deal with and the causes, whatever. But I just think
Yeah, I
life
think
is
that's
too
it for
short to
Gabby
be
today,
miserable.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
Gabby,
Is that
thank
fair?
you so
Thank you so
much
much for having me. I know. I regretted that
Play
too.
the music. Play the music.
On my
Protect your
mic. Thank
peace.
you.
Gabby, where can people find you online?
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Gabby is Bryan, GabbyIsBryan.
Gorgeous. You
And
have a podcast?
I have my own podcast called Le Podcast.
Oh,
L
divine.
apostrophe podcast with
love it so
gay
much.
comedian icon Zach Senior. That's
Slay.
available everywhere.
Phenomenal.
And
I hate that you learned Slay today and just can't stop saying it.
No, last week.
Really?
Okay,
Yeah.
wow.
It's sometimes that's one that'll hit like lit. You know when you
It's
say
so
lit, and you're
annoying.
like, you wish you could shove it back into your
Yeah,
mouth.
I'm
Slay.
like,
Slay.
there has to be a count on this number of times she said Slay today because it's giving me a headache.
My favourite thing this weekend is when my housemates come back from doing a gig. I go, Slay King Slay. And then
Yeah.
he cries.
Hell.
And then he cries.
He hates it.
Okay, so wait, so Le Podcast.
Le Podcast.
They can find you online.
Find me
They
online.
can come see you at shows.
Come see me at shows.
Will you be back in the UK soon?
I'll definitely be back in the spring. I'm sort of trying to be bi-coastal, but instead of New York and LA, it's New York and London.
Whoa.
So I'm going to try to come back a lot and tour as much as I
That's
can.
I'm
so
doing that
cool.
with Disney World.
That's exactly.
Yeah,
and
London
it's
and Orlando.
the same.
Yeah.
It's the same.
That's
you
the
been?
same thing. No.
Oh, okay, cool.
But I
No,
respect
leave
your
it,
wishes
leave it,
to go.
Leave it. It's fine. It's not worth it. It's genuinely not worth it.
Does your
Where do you go? Milan or something? Or like where's
I
your
go to
holiday?
Milan. Darling, I go to Milan.
Do you not go Disney
No,
ever?
I go, no.
No.
Where do you
No,
go on
I-
holidays?
Six Flags or something.
Six Flags.
Slay.
And what's it called?
We don't know, you go there.
Medieval times!
Medieval times.
You've been?
Medieval times. I'm actually going
It's
next
also a history lesson.
next month. I'm going
Which
next
one?
month.
Which one?
The one in New Jersey.
Of course. You'd love that. That'd be
You
a
get,
great
and
day.
then they pick a princess on each side.
And you get to eat a big thing of meat.
Like a turkey. Like.
Gosh, well, I'm tired. Have a lovely day, everyone. Give it up for Gabby Bryan. Woo, 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 woo.
Protect your peace.
Protect your peace. I mean it.
She means
I mean
it.
I feel like I might have heard Kourtney Kardashian say that at some point. Thank you so much to our executive producers, Guy Goodman, Simon Moores, Mary Fox, Annie Tonner, Sarah Deakin, Oliver Jago, Anthony Conway, Matthew Thomas, and Madeline Quinne.
And thank you also to our producers, Richard Bicknell, Elle, Richard Bowles, Neil Redmond, Victoria Hutchison, Harald van Dijk, Tim and Dom, David Walker, Rachel R, Sadie Cashmore, Claire Owen-Jones, Jess Nick, Zoe, Sarah and Molly, Raya Fink, Cordelia, Rachel Page, Helen A, Tina Lindsay, Graham Marsh, Amy O'Riordan, Abby Worf, Key Webb, Matt Sims, Luke Bright, Leah, Kate Spencer, Tristan, Liz Sport, Taz, Chloe, Becky Fox, Emily G, Dean Michael, Glennis Wood, Stephanie Catraccia, Sophie Chivers, Mark, Anthony. Why won't you separate them? Kerry Sooth,
I
Charlie.
can't believe you did it 2 weeks in a row. Sorry, keep going. I believe in you. Sorry to the producers.
Kerry Sooth, Charlie A, KC, Haley Wharf. Thank you all so much!
Yay!